How does refrigeration work? How is cold made? You would think cold is created. They make cold. But quite the opposite. What happens is heat is removed. We think a temperature of 50 degrees, it might be a little bit chilly. 30 is really cold. But that's relative to us. Actually, pure cold is minus 469 degrees Fahrenheit. What I would like you to think about is a refrigerator not making cold but removing heat. And how is that done? That is done through the use of refrigerants and also by the way of a compressor. And there is some certain laws that are met that makes this thing happen. So if you think about it, inside the refrigerator you have some coils, and a coil is nothing more than a pipe through which refrigerant, the medium, will pass through. And you have the coil inside the refrigerator, and you also have the coil that's outside the refrigerator. Separating the two is a compressor. The coil on the inside of the refrigerator operates in a low temperature and a low pressure setting. The coil on the outside will operate in a high temperature, high pressure setting, because after it goes through the compressor compresses that gas and it makes it a higher temperature and a higher pressure. So if you think about what happens as the air inside the refrigerator, which to you and I might seem cold, it actually contains heat. And as this refrigerant is passing through this coil, and you want to have as much, what would you call it? You want to have as much wage, like you put fins on the coil and stuff like that, so this air will hit this, and this medium of refrigerant will absorb all that heat. And then as this heat is absorbed, it starts out as a liquid state when it comes into the box, refrigerator box. And as it absorbs all this heat, it changes states. And the state it changes, it goes from a liquid to a gas. And this is where the magic happens. Going from a liquid to a gas, it absorbs an incredible amount of heat. So it absorbs so much heat that it's no longer a liquid, it's become a gas. And then as it comes out of the refrigerator into the compressor as a gas, it is even put into a higher pressure gas and a higher temperature. And so now the temperature is higher than the temperature that is inside the room. So then what happens is the refrigerant is now cooled just by the ambient air, the room air, and that gas refrigerant releases its heat and it turns into a liquid again. So you see the cycle it's going through, and then it's going to go as a liquid back into the refrigerator, absorb more heat, change into a gas, come back as a gas, and it continually does this cycle. And the refrigerator will work for years and years doing this. And this, my friend, is how a refrigerator works. It's very simple and very genius. And this is how, from the largest air conditioner ever made in the history of man to the lowly barroom refrigerator made, they all work on the same principle. And it works this simply, and they all work this way. Thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video.